On June 13, 1996, the quiet city of Idaho Falls woke up to a terrible news. A young woman named Angie Dodge, only 18 years old, had been found murdered in a small apartment. This case would confuse police, hurt innocent people, and stay unsolved for 23 long years. Until one day, something very small, a cigarette butt, finally revealed the truth. This is the story of Angie Dodge and how a simple piece of trash solved the murder. Angie Dodge was a sweet girl who had just moved into her first apartment. She had a new job, new friends, and a whole future waiting for her. She spent her last night like any other young woman, living alone for the first time. No one expected that this would be her final night alive. The next morning, Angie didn't show up for work. Her friends were worried. She was responsible and always on time. Her mother went to check on her. What she found changed everything. Angie had been attacked, raped, and stabbed to death. The room showed signs of a struggle. Police collected DNA from the scene, hoping it would solve the case quickly. But that DNA would be the start of a long and a painful journey. Months passed. Police were under pressure. The community wanted answers of the murder. They brought in a 20-year-old man named Chris Tapp. He wasn't a suspect at first. Police believed he might know someone who did it. But after over 100 hours of stressful, aggressive questioning, Chris broke down. He confessed, but his confession didn't match the crime, and most importantly, his DNA did not match. Still, in 1998, Chris Tapp was convicted and sent to prison for 30 years. An innocent man sat in prison while the real killer was still free, enjoying his life. In the following years, DNA technology improved, but every new test showed the same thing. The DNA belonged to someone else, not Chris. The Idaho Innocent Project took interest. They studied the case and said Chris had been pressured into confession, but nothing changed. The real killer remained unknown. In 2014, police tried a new method called familiar DNA, looking for relatives of the unknown killer. It led to a filmmaker from New Orleans named Michael Usry Jr. His father had donated DNA for a genealogy project years earlier, not knowing it could be used in a murder case. Michael was questioned and tested, and once again, it wasn't a match. Another innocent man, another dead end. The real killer was still out there, still enjoying his life. In 2018, investigators tried again using a more powerful DNA method. They contacted Mori, a genetic expert famous for solving cold cases. Using a public DNA website, she found distant relatives of the killer. From there, she built a family tree, a map of possible suspects. She and the police followed the clues until they found one man who had lived near Angie back in 1996. Brian Lage Drapes Sr. He had lived right across the streets. Police started watching every move of Trips. One day, he was driving when he threw a cigarette butt out of his car window. This was the moment they had been waiting for. Officers collected the cigarette butt and it went straight to the lab. When the results came back, the match was perfect. Brian Drapes was the killer. A cigarette butt had just solved a 23-year misery. When Drapes was arrested and shown the DNA evidence, he confessed. He said he had been drunk and high. He admitted he attacked Angie. He admitted he killed her. He said he acted alone. After years of confusion, lies, and wrong turns, the truth was finally out. In 2021, Drapes pleaded guilty. He was sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole after 20 years. Chris Tapp, the innocent man who lost 2 decades of his life, was fully discharged in 2019. He received $11.4 million for his wrongful conviction. Sadly, in 2023, Chris Tapp died after an incident in a Las Vegas hotel. His death was ruled a homicide. 2 victims, 2 lives forever changed. The Angie Dodge case showed the world the power and danger of DNA searching. It helped solve crimes, but it also showed how innocent people can be harmed. It raised new questions about privacy, police methods, and how far technology should go. But one thing is clear: a tiny piece of evidence thrown away without a thought solved a murder that's haunted the city for more than 2 decades. 23 years, one wrongfully convicted man, one real killer hiding in plain sight, and the truth found in a cigarette butt. This is the story of Angie Dodge and how justice finally arrived many years later. Please like and subscribe to this channel for more stories like this.